Always wanted to be an athlete, excel in basketball, baseball, tried to run track, but that I wasn't fast enough. And so I stuck to what I felt I could excel in, and that was basketball and baseball. With that, it allowed me to get an education through basketball and baseball at Southwestern Oklahoma State University in Leadville, Oklahoma. From that experience, I excelled at every level in basketball and baseball, and then was drafted by the Cubs out of college as a pitcher. Now, before I get to that, I was drafted out of high school by the Detroit Tigers as a catcher.
Really? As a catcher?
As a catcher. How about that? I had skills, really. skills. I didn't sign out of high school. I went on to college. I was playing American Legion ball that summer, and the baseball coach from Southwestern saw me in a tournament in Oklahoma City, Cecil Devine. Came to me and he said, at that time it was Southwestern Oklahoma State College, now to university. They didn't give full scholarships.
Okay.
He said, I can give you a half a scholarship. And at that time, that was the highest scholarship that had ever been given at that college. A half a scholarship.
They wanted you, man.
They wanted me. You like to try out for the basketball team here in Southwestern Oklahoma State? I said, what do I have to do? He said, you got to run 3 miles under 20 minutes.
That's moving.
That's moving.
Yeah.
So I go out and I run it in 18 minutes. I make the basketball team. He gives me a half a scholarship in basketball. I go from a half a scholarship in baseball to a half a scholarship in basketball to a full ride, Billy. I mean, life was going good.
You were a businessman as a teenager.
As a teenager, I was a businessman. I understood the free enterprise system.
Straight up.
That right there is all of the chickens' necks that I wrung, all of the cotton fields that I patrolled, and all of the cotton sacks that I put on my back to haul to the trailer, and all the sleepless nights where we didn't have food on the table or heat in the house. This right here is what hard work affords you in the end.
When did baseball and basketball really start to, meaning your free time, I want to be out there on the field or I want to be on the court? Was it 7th grade, 9th grade, 11th grade? When was it start to really be your focus?
At the age of 7.
That young?
Yeah, at the age of 7. I had a lot of help from my parents who pushed me. My brothers pushed me, my older brothers, because they could see some talent. I'm going to give you something that's going to really blow your mind. In the 1st grade, I was a starting point guard for the high school team.
In 1st grade?
In basketball.
How big were you, man?
Now, you've heard of shoeless Joe Jackson in baseball. I was shoeless Ray Burris in basketball.
When you graduate from high school, how big was your graduating class? Is it a real big class, a big school, or is it small?
I was in the top 12% of my class, academically. Did you know that?
No.
You never knew that.
I didn't know. I've known this guy a long time, but I'm learning today.
Now, the thing about it, I was in the top 12% of my class because we only had 12 people in my senior class. So I tell people I'm in the top 12% of my class. We had 9 men and 3 women in my graduating class. When we took our senior trip to Lake Eufaula in southeastern Oklahoma, we took 2 cars. That was
the senior class trip?
That was the senior class trip. All about all of those days, my mom walked 5 miles, 10 miles to clean a house, to put food on the table. And here I was having an opportunity to better myself, and I'm slacking. And that did something to me. And I got busy in the classroom. I went to class even though the professor said, you don't have to come to class. No, I'm coming to class. And I went from, I got that F off of my report card and finished the next 3 years in college with a 3.65 GPA. Still have my transcript. Well, I think the one thing for me in life is, how do we cherish the moment right now? You got ones that live in the past, you got ones that live in the future and it hasn't even gotten here yet. How can we take right now, this second, right now, this moment, and cherish this moment? What do we focus on? Do we focus on life? Do we focus on health? Do we focus on a loved one? Do we focus on a cherished memory? Do we focus on something that somebody said to us? Do we focus on a smile, a compliment? What can we take right now and cherish just this moment? And then a minute from now, what can we take that? Or do we take the same thought for the rest of the day? And baseball has given me that insight, that mindset, that makeup to understand that there's highs and lows every pitch, every inning, every day, every game. And how can we stabilize the highs and lows? What can we hone in on to say, man, this is nice weather today. I could think about being at the beach. Not that I need to work on a tan, but I can just think about being at the beach with a good old iced tea, sitting, talking to someone, and just cherishing the conversation, cherishing what they're saying, cherishing how they say it, and what is it doing to me. And I think if we did that, life becomes meaningful in every sense of the way. Life becomes more gratifying in every sense of the way. Life becomes a thankfulness for just being alive and existing and being able to be something for somebody, or somebody be something for you.